Hello, YouTube and TikTok. I'm really glad to be interacting with you guys again, or the 3 or 5 people who probably watch or listen, or actually stay and listen to the whole thing. um, it is currently June 27th, 2025, and it is 5:07 a.m., otherwise known as Friday. Or on this account, we say the 3 days of freedom, and it's also payday, so that's a plus. Um, I wanted to do, uh, I wanted to do a video on Tuesday, Wednesday, and yesterday. Well, yesterday would have been Thursday. Yeah, because I didn't do a video Thursday, so yeah. Tuesday, Wednesdays, and yesterday. But I was very tired. But there was so much I wanted to say and so much I wanted to discuss, and I don't really have a lot of storage on my phone, but I'm glad I'm able to talk now because I wanted to do what's a good way to start this off. I wanted to do a video where I would be talking about strange dreams or weird dreams. And I've been writing a lot of my dreams down, and I say a lot, but I've only was able to write 2 down so far because these 2 were very specific. The first dream was on June 18th. And the second was on June 19th. I'm not going to discuss them in this video because we'd be here forever, but the next video after this I will be discussing the weird dreams, and although my videos are normally 10 minutes, it's going to be very short. Each dream will have its own video, and I've written them all down. Is the best way I could remember it without sounding very incoherent, because it's all scrambled nonsense a lot of the time. But if I can remember and describe it the best way I can, then I think it'll be a little interesting. I don't know. I don't really know. This would really say a lot about how my mind is. I don't think I really talk about what I'm like as a person, or really anything about me in my videos, other than I consider work to be annoying but necessary. There's not really a lot to know about me, but whatever people get from my videos, however they interpret me, I'd really love to know, because I think it's kind of interesting, and other people's thoughts. But for now, my plans for my 3 days of freedom, which at first, like, outside looking in sounds depressing, but it's a good thing. But well, it's I word it that way because that's essentially what it is. Because one would argue, but you're only at work for a few hours, so aren't you free for the entirety of the morning and afternoon? I'm available for the morning and afternoon, yes, but it's not really free because if it's a Monday, which if you've been here for the long run, you know I don't like Mondays. If it's a Monday, I go to work, I clock out, I'm right back here, and sure I'm not at work, but I still gotta go there. On it's Tuesday now because I do night shift, so I still have to go there on that Tuesday night. So I don't really consider that technically free. It's not until I get to fully enjoy the night and not be in a place where I do not want to be. And but then I think that contradicts what I said about reality, because wouldn't I rather be in the dream world than this one? But also I don't like sleeping. I'm just a mess. um, I would say no because it depends on the context and depends on the situations, and it's it's a whole lot. But I would say I would say when it comes to the 3 days of freedom, because it's Friday, I don't work Fridays. Well, not anymore. And since I don't work tonight, because I just got off of work a few hours ago, and it's yeah. So since I don't work tonight, that is the day of freedom, because that's 3 days of not having to deal with nonsense. Um, I was scheduled at 9 to 2 o'clock, but I wasn't able to really leave until I think around 3, because a lot of people showed up. 2 customers were very drunk and under the influence. Those mean the same thing. um, I think under the influence means it implies smoking, right? But if you're drinking, you're also under the influence of alcohol. So I think it's an umbrella term for both. So I don't know. I prefer the term under the influence. It sounds um, sounds more professional. um, they were a pain, but that's that's whatever though. Um, my plans for I'm getting off topic. My plans though for my 3 days of freedom is that I'm going to wait until 9 o'clock, go and get my check, uh, go to the bank, and do what I do with the money. Come back here, and maybe, just maybe, I might be able to have that festival with my friend. But we'll see how that goes. I feel the festival would be more likely next payday, but if I'm able to, I'll see if I can squeeze in a festival for this one, because I think a festival could be really, really good to have. Um, just been feeling very weird, and just with existing as a whole. um, I'm I say weird because that's really the best way to describe it. When someone asks how am I doing, I just say I'm existing, but I'm lying because, as I said, I don't exist. um, but when I say that, it really depends on what exactly I'm talking about. When I say I don't exist, but I just say that for lack of a better term because I don't really know how I'm doing. But next video, I'll be discussing dreams. So let's see how that goes.